So let's do some flow. Ooh, let's turn that down a little bit. So find a spot. Oh, I don't need these. I'm happy you're here. Oh, Steve. Steve, friend, get up. We're gonna move first. So put your feet on the floor. You can sit, by the way. You don't have to do it standing. That's not a rule. But here's one rule. Let's breathe. Whatever's going on in life, just drift on down. Yes. Palms up. Lift. You know, the problem of a Zoom room, that's not a huge problem in life, right? It's just more of an inconvenience. So breathe in. There's rule number one. Gathering in the front. Big hugs. Sink it down. Rule number two. Don't do anything that hurts. Breathe in. You don't have to do what I say. Gathering in the front. It's all just suggestions. One more time. Sinking the chi. Breathe in. Scoop all that goodness in. Sinking it down. And if you're not already there, I'm almost there. Take your feet under your hips so you feel stable. Breathe in. Painting the wall. Breathe out. We're just opening the door. Breath in. Saying good morning. Yes. Now let the hands float up really high. Lift up. And then squeeze your elbows open like cactus arms, like on Bugs Bunny. Squeeze. And then roll your fingers around behind you. Curl down, nose to navel. Arms slide down. Sweep forward and lift. So this way I'm kind of arching my back, lifting up my chest, squeezing my shoulder blades together, and then nose to navel, I curl into a little ball and let my arms reach down. And these kind of sweep. I don't know if they'll reach the floor today. Breathe in. Right? Just keep breathing. Breathe however feels good. Open. One more time. Nose to navel. Feel your spine flex. Arms float up. And then sink on down. Angel wings up to the side. Breathe in. Elbows halfway. Shoulders soft. Neck is long. Stretch on up. So tall. Grab that chi. Sprinkle all of that chi down through the center. Open the door. Breathe in. Breathe out. Wrap your arms around that big old tree. Float it up into the sky. It's like the Death Star, right? Tip it over. We're tipping the Death Star. That's what we're doing. Keep shining your heart forward so that you got that laser focus. When you breathe in, come all the way up. Use the force loop. Tip it over. Other side. Shoulders relaxed. Only go so far as you can still breathe. Breathe in. Float up. Shoulders drop. Tipping it over. Tipping the Death Star. Let the arm maybe float down. Scoop up some chi. Scoop up the force. Bring it up. Tip over one more time. Use your belly button. That's where the power is. The arm draw. Scoop up lightly. Lift. Shoulders drop. Hands float down in the front. Open wide. Stretch. This hand drifts across. Grab onto a cloud. Dance in the middle of a, lightsaber battle scene. Just break out a little dancing. So grab onto your cloud and just float across the sky. This hand's going to scoop under. Step on in. We need to chop a little. What are we chopping? Breathe in, lift up, grab your lightsaber, step out, chop a stormtrooper. Chop. Although isn't it Revenge of the Sith Day? I mean, didn't they come back? And anyway, good always triumphs over evil. Lift up, breathe in. Step out, slice. If I could, I would have, added the sound effects. Breathe in, float it up. It's like a lift. And then you just slice it on through. Front hand goes palm up. Check your pulse. Make sure you've still got your hand attached. Sit back, turn. Flare that robe, like that cape that Luke used to wear. Step out and push. Palm up. Still got both hands. Sit back. Turn, 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 turn. Flare that robe. Hands can separate. Step out and push. One more time. Sink on back. The stormtroopers are coming back. Get ready. Over the top. Step out and push. This hand rolls back. Grab on. We seem to be grabbing onto the Death Star today. Lift up your lightsaber. With prejudice, extreme prejudice, step out and chop a stormtrooper. Wish him a successful rebirth. Roll back. Breathe in, lift. And a little chop. I think I might have been mixing Buddhism and Jediism and, Breathe in one more time, float up. Step out and chop. It's all good. Palm up in the front. Sink on back. Turn your whole body. Keep turning, 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 turning. Flare that Jedi cape. Up and over. Step out and push. Palm up. Sink back. Turn. Keep turning. Turn some more. Flare your cape. Step out and push. One more time. Palm up. Sink. Turn, turn, turn all the way. Keep turning, 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 turning. Over the top. Give everybody a shove. Push. A regular pull right here. Just start pulling and pushing. Because it is still Bamboo Day, right? Breathe in. So we should throw in a little bit of bamboo. While you're up here, if you want, take that back foot out a little bit. So you got some space. Outer space. Stretch your legs long. Your spine long. Reach for the stars. And then reach forward and fold over that front leg. Pyramid. Bend that front knee. Reach through the back heel. Roll the energy up. Warriors for peace. Bend that front knee. Stretch up tall. Breathe in. Fold forward. Lift up on your belly button as you fold. Yes. Doesn't matter if your legs are all the way straight. Bend your front knee. Reach through your heel. Pull that energy up your spine. Lift. Tuck your bum. Relax. Right there. One more time. Breathe in. Lengthen. Lift up on your belly. Fold, 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 fold. If you can't take your head low, don't. Right? Bend that front knee. Reach through your heel. Roll it up. And here, open your elbows. Remember our cactus arms? Bend your front knee. Open your elbows. Keep your front knee bent and then fold forward. Squeeze your elbows together in the front. Maybe they'll touch. And then open. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your heart. Tuck your bum. Forward. Squeeze elbows. Keep that front leg strong. Open, open, open. It's like you're opening the door. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and then reach your arms up if you can, if it doesn't hurt. Lengthen your whole spine. And then let the fingers sparkle down in the front. Scoot your back foot in. A pull. And a push. Open wide. Stretch. Back over here. This hand's going to catch its friend. Slide across. Got two sides, right? If you need space, outer space, take that foot back. Press. Stretch up. Lengthen your whole spine. The shoulders don't have to go up. Just think of the top of your head. Reach forward. Lift on your belly button and fold. And then bend your front knee. Reach for your back heel. Pull that energy up. Lift. You already start tucking your bum. And you just bend your front knee. There's a warrior one. Stretch up. Breathe in. Reach forward. Oh, my hat keeps falling off. Fold. Bend that front knee. Stretch down through that back heel to pull the energy up. Mouth there. Let's do one more. Why not? Lengthen it up. Reach forward as you breathe out. Let everything go at the bottom. Maybe a momentary pause. Bend that front knee. Push through your back heel. Pull it all up. Now as you bend your front knee, open your elbows. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. It's kind of back bendy, yeah. And then keep your front knee bent. Squeeze the elbows together in the front. Still opening up your back. And then squeeze elbows, opening up across the front of the chest. And then even curve your back a little bit if you want. Just squeeze your elbows together. And then open, open, open. Take your bum under a lot. And then reach your arms up, stretch, lengthen, and then let it go. Sparkles. A pull. And a push, just like we're just sneaking up on it. Turn to the front. A little sway, side to side. I feel like we can't really go through our day without a little deer, you know? Pop at your antlers right here. Chi rock star, step out. Lunge into that front foot and turn. Point your lightsaber backwards. Just in case someone's sneaking up on you. And breathe in, lift. A blaster. Maybe we should move to blasters at this point. Side to side. But lightsabers are so much more elegant. Float. Make sure you exhale. Pull out your blasters. Stretch out your fingers. Step out. Pivot. Turn, turn, turn. Point the blaster back behind you in case they're coming up behind. Yes. Still breathing. When you breathe in, lift. Float back. Side to side. Super light and soft, yeah? No stress here. It's all good. Over here, pull out your blaster, stretch out your fingers, middle fingers fold in, plunge into it and turn, 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 point that blaster behind you. Breathe in, lift. Float back. One more, because otherwise we'll be a little crooked. And that just wouldn't do. Relax. Float up. And then pop out your antlers. Stretch out your fingers. Step out. Here it comes. One more time. Swing that top pinky around, around, around. Maybe, maybe you can see your back foot. Not today. As you breathe in, lift. Sometimes I can see my foot. Float back. Angel wings. Up to the side. Elbows drop. Get that nice long neck. Reach up for the stars. Grab some stardust while you're up there and sparkle it all the way down. Open the door. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift up to the sides. Gather it in the front. Sink. So why did we have Star Wars? It's all about peace and love, right? Lift. Big Buddha belly in the front. It's all about peace and love. Lift it up to the heart. Give it a little heart kiss. Shoulders drop. Over the top. Sink it down. Get ready to use the force for good, my friends. Make a little diamond shape. It's all the Care Bears were doing. Here it comes. Little diamond shape, and then send all that goodness out, out, out. The more you send out, the more you comes back. So press and send, send, send. And then let it go. Whew. Float the hands up, lift to the side. Turn the hands back over and just stroke your fingers down through the air. You can feel the force if you're checking for it. Lift. Gather in the front. Sink that chi. At the bottom, cross the wrists. Lift. Big circle. Open. Let's do that again. Cross. Lift. Big circle. The next one, just shoulder high. Drift up. Hands float apart. And a big, you just let it go. One feet steps in, one of your feet. A little bow for my friends. Dun, da, da. Happy May. Happy Revenge of the 5th day. Oh my God, it's already the 5th of May. How did this happen? I looked up, it was April. I looked up again, it was May. Steve, a little hard for Steve, who made it.
Hey, good morning.
I had so much trouble getting the Zoom room open today, my friend. I'm so glad that you got in.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to hear your joke.
Oh, you sure?
I'm sure, as long as it's clean.
Okay.
Let's get it. Let's hear the
All
joke.
right. Okay, well, you might want to sit down.
Come on, Steve, it's a quick, slow flow. It's a quick, slow flow.
All right, well.
Give me a short joke.
Well, this is not a short joke.
Oh. Okay, give it.
It's a story. Okay, so there was this little parish in western Wisconsin that was sorely in need of someone to ring the bell on Sundays. So the pastor put an ad in the paper for a bell ringer, somebody to go to the steeple and ring the bell every Sunday for Mass. And so, I don't know, about a week later or so, somebody answered the ad, and he showed up at the door of the church, or at the pastor's house. And when the pastor opens the door, the first thing he notices is that the guy doesn't have any arms.
How are you supposed to ring a bell with no arms?
Well, the guy says, he says, I know it doesn't look good. He says, but I think I really can do this. And the pastor, having a soft spot in his heart for people that are disabled, he thought, well, I'll give the guy a chance. So he takes the guy over to the church. And he goes in the church doors, and he goes up the belfry steps, gets to the belfry, opens the door to the belfry room, and the guy takes one look at the bells. He runs flat out at him, bounces off the big bell, flies out the belfry opening, falls to his death out in the street. And a policeman that was nearby, and he saw what had happened, and he goes to the church door, and the priest comes down out of the belfry and down the belfry steps to the church door, and he goes out and he sees the police officer there, and the police officer says, Pastor, he says, what happened? He said, Pastor says,
You can't remember the punchline.
Yeah, and the pastor says, he says, I don't know. He says, I don't really know. He says, or the policeman asked him, he says, do you know this man? And the pastor says, no, I don't know the man, but his face sure rings a bell.
Okay.
And so anyway, the ad continued to run in the paper because he still needed somebody to ring the bell on Sunday. And so about a week later, another fella shows up at the pastor's door, at the rectory door, and when the priest opens the door, he sees once again, unbelievably, here this guy also has no arms. And the guy says, I know that there have been some unfortunate incidents, but I think I can do this and help you. And the priest's heart was softened, and he thought, well, this can't happen twice. The first time was just a fluke. So he takes the guy over to the church, and he goes in the church, up the church steps, through the church doors, up the belfry steps to the belfry, and opens the belfry door. The guy takes a look at the bells. He runs flat out at him, and he hits the big bell, bounces out the belfry opening, falls to his death in the street. And the priest goes, I can't believe this happened again. And so So the police officer who was nearby, he goes to the church door and knocks, and the priest opens the door, and the police officer says, "Pastor," he says, "what happened?" He says, "Do you know this man?" And the priest says, "No, but he's a dead ringer for a guy that was here last week."
Okay.
But
I gotta get sound effects. My friend Blake knows how to do sound effects for the stream. I'm like, that's a perfect time for sound effects. That wasn't outrageously long. You've told longer jokes than that.
Oh yeah. The longer you can string somebody along, the funnier it becomes. Because then the joke's on them.
Oh
just feel bad.
Well, I'm so happy, Steve, that you made it.
Yeah, I am too.
I mean, I wasn't sure it was going to actually fire up today. It wasn't in the mood. But today is Revenge of the Fifth. So if you like Star Wars, maybe today you take a little 12-hour break and watch the whole thing. I think it's longer than 12 hours. 16 hours. I can't remember. Or skip the ones that weren't very good. Just watch the good bits of all the good ones, right? It's also Oyster Day if you like oysters. Yes, no? Not so much.
Not a big fan of oysters.
How about hoagies? It's Hoagie Day.
I like hoagies.
All right, go and have a hoagie today.
Sounds good.
And what else is it today? Cinco de Mayo.
Big Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Great American Grump Out. So you focus you focus on humor and positive behavior to ignore the grumps. Oh, we're trying to get rid of the grumps. No grumpy today. If you're feeling grumpy today, go have a matcha or a hoagie, right?
Yeah, there we go.
So every day we do the same thing. I do the same thing. I invite you to try it. 1, do something today that makes you happy. Maybe it's actually getting into the flow show. Number 2.
That's a good start.
It's a good start to the day. Find someone to hug. If they're in your bubble, if they're not in your bubble, just send them, long distance hugs. And number 3, this too shall pass, because that's the way life is. We just keep going with the flow, right? Right, Steve?
Yep.
Just keep going with the flow.
Gotta.
Eventually, we'll get down the road and we'll go, hey, something's different. What happened? That's all we can do. Absolutely. I'll keep flowing if you keep coming. How's that? Sound good? All right.
Sounds good.
Goodbye, my friends. I hope you have an amazing day. I'll send you some little...
Thanks, Heather. Glad I could join you.
I'm glad you made it, Steve. I'll have the computer fixed up next week. How's that? So
we'll see you then.
All right. Peace, my friends.
Take care.
See you.